Not an internet child. Definitely a child. Though I suppose they have been introduced to the extranet, which
They
is
are
their
now
version of...
teenager.
Not
They
quite.
are now
Pre-teen.
teenager. Wait. Did you just say they are now teenager?
That's their new title.
They have become teenager.
This isn't even my final form.
Oh god.
Oh,
We are
did you
live,
see
by the
the
way.
thing that I sent you? Or that I tagged you in? Quick. The DBZ League thing?
Crap. Where did you type it in?
Twitter.
No, I haven't seen it then.
Oh.
I haven't checked my Twitter today.
I sent it
pretty
to you a couple of days ago, but whatever.
Well, okay, when I say today...
You mean like the past month?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I check it sometimes. It happens.
Sometimes.
Once in a while. I'll check tonight, though. Now that I know that there is a thing to check.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not gonna... Okay, just for the sake of time, I'm not gonna erase these percentages. They don't... They... Some of them don't necessarily reflect. So some of our newer NPCs, I have made their list of skills. I haven't actually updated reflected percentages. So, like, for example, you might see someone that has detect ambush at 98%, and then someone else that has, like, communications at 5%. It just means that I haven't upgraded it yet. I just made, like, for example, Cathar. I made him. I said, okay, these are the skills that he has, and I'll fucking update it later.
Sounds about right.
So we're gonna do this?
Sure.
We've been live for like 3 minutes.
Oh, hi everybody.
Hi.
Hello, everybody.
I said we were live.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna give you guys a list. I'm gonna throw it into Discord.
You do it.
I'll throw it in the general text. Wait, no. Do we have a 3 Galaxy text?
Yeah.
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 It's under 3 gal.
It's...
All right.
Yeah. Just look at
That's
where
already
we're
there.
talking right now.
Holy shit,
then
okay.
one
Oh,
up.
okay.
Wow.
So you can choose 3 skills from that list, or you can say, like, I'd like 2 skills and to increase one of my already learned skills by 5%. Or you could say, like, I just want to increase these 3 skills by 5%. I will not, however, I got to draw a line somewhere. You can't increase one skill by 15%.
So we get
You're saying I could do
one
it by
skill at 5%?
20%, right?
No.
20%.
Okay, wait. There are 2 people at once. No to Lucas. All of my no. And then what was the other question?
So we get 5% of a skill?
Correct.
Okay.
Even if that skill normally says like it goes up by 3, you can raise it to 5 by 5.
Oh, I meant like a new skill.
Mm-hmm. New skill starts at level 1 proficiency.
Okay, that's where I was confused. Because that seemed really... dumb.
Yeah. You might need to look that up, or we can look it up later in the
Okay.
book. But
Oh, yeah,
all
looking
of these
things up I can
skills, yeah, all of these skills start at a certain proficiency. That's what you would start at. Hubba. All right.
Make it big. So, this was a time skip, or this was a retcon,
Not yet.
this whole thing. So we're done
Oh,
with this, right?
yeah. So well, we actually need to start there though, because we did close up last session, but there might be still things people want to do. So, a quick recap. You guys, we went a little bit back in time to explore abandoned spaceships in a graveyard, a spaceship graveyard. You guys had fun in zero gravity. So much fun. and you eventually came to a robot that had been severely dismantled and modified to power a life pod. The robot called himself Asmodeus, and the life pod was of a young female specimen person. Let's go person. That sounds so much more respectful than specimen.
Last science experiment.
Unless you're like saying there's a lovely specimen, but no.
Still creepy.
No.
Yeah.
A little bit. So you, a young female member of the species of whoever these people were. Asmodeus asked you to save her as she was important. However, Asmodeus's organic parts, including his memory, had started to decompose due to him diverting his power to other places, and his memory was very not reliable. Or no, it was reliable what he could remember, I guess, but he couldn't remember huge holes. So she's important. Why? He doesn't remember. There was a war between his people and these people. Who started it? He doesn't remember. Cyber 6 is a name he's heard of. One of these people thought he was a hero, and the other one thought he was a tyrant. Who? He does not remember. So he asked you to save her, and then asked you to end his life, as he did not want to continue this existence, which Anna gracefully did. Oh, and you got yourself 2 drones that are following you.
Yeah.
I thought we got 4.
Uh,
If it's just 2, that's fine, but I thought we got 4.
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I might have said 4. I just put 2 on the map. We'll say 2 to keep things simplistic.
Okay.
If that's
I'm
fine
cool
with
with that.
everyone.
I don't care.
All right. So you have 2 drones that are following you. We can say at the end of the session, basically, you guys were carting off the life pod, which wasn't hard given the zero-G environment, and headed back to the ship. And if you want, we can start back on the ship. Really, the truth matters. We can stay in narrative. We can go in character. I don't know how your characters want to react to it, but what would you do after you get back to the ship with the life pod?
Probably hook it up to a power supply. I would hope.
Throw it out the portal into the sea.
Oh, that's you. Okay, never mind.
There it is. Okay, there's the ship. I think first things first, we would want to maneuver it over to where the engines are, and hook it up. Either the engines or wherever Heart feels would be better, either over here or over here, and get it hooked up as soon as possible.
Okay.
Wait, aren't the engines on another floor? Or wait,
No,
hang on.
the bottom floor is the engines. They're right here.
This map is too big. Oh, yeah, okay, there we go.
Right here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get that up the ladder.
Yeah. No.
Well, so not the ladder. You will have to get it up the stairs to get to. So,
Kid can take care of
well,
that.
yeah, like this is about 10 to 15 feet below this.
Well, hold on though.
But
don't forget that we're bringing it in from outer space. So this.
that's true.
Thing
That's
would
right.
be
You're bringing it in from
a zero-G environment.
Correct. You would be bringing it. So yeah, that would still be. Well, hang on. I gotta think here.
Well,
no,
there would be
it
no
wouldn't
atmosphere.
be it would. Yeah, exactly. There'd be no atmosphere, but it wouldn't be a zero-G environment because the gravity on that ship is artificial.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Because we have
Kid will
gravity
take it up the
generators.
stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. So I was gonna say it's heavy. It's not so heavy. Well, yeah. Okay. I'd say Kid could certainly drag it up. I think this is too big for you to get your arms around to pick it up, but you could certainly like latch onto something and pull it up the stairs. It might be a bit of a bumpy ride for whoever's inside it, but it's definitely doable.
It's gonna be gentler than anyone else doing it.
Yeah. He gets halfway up the stairs, lets go, slides back down.
We could also possibly have Heart meet us down here in her power armor, and just two-man carry it. What do you guys think?
Let Kid have their dignity. They can do this.
Okay, fine. Do it by yourself with no help, kid. Like
They
usual.
will. Thanks.
God.
They're a teenager.
Kid, just to be safe, roll me a D100, get under your strength times 5.
Huh? Ooh.
What's your strength times 5?
85?
Kid starts dragging the life pod up the steps, and when Kid reaches the top step, you know how sometimes when you're climbing stairs, you expect there to be one more step, and so you overcompensate.
Oh no.
Kid overcompensates, and the jolt Kid experiences momentarily, their grip on the very smooth capsule slips, and it boom 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 goes right back down to the stairs, hits the ground, and slides about this far.
How far again? How far again?
About to hear.
Okay. Kid, why don't you take some help?
Kid just has this giant sour look and goes, fine! And stomps down the stairs.
How about we don't break the thing?
I'm not trying to.
I love dice. It would take a few minutes, but Hart could certainly don her power armor and then help Kid get it up the stairs. This time, I won't make you roll for it because the first roll wasn't so much the "Are you strong enough?" It's the "Are you strong enough to maintain the grip on this smooth pod?" Given how big it is. So
Yeah,
with two people,
it's one thing to be able to like punch a hole into something and grip it. It's another if you're just trying to keep your fingers underneath it.
Right. Yeah, like honestly, you were trying to rely on your finger strength, or claw strength, as it may be. So, but with Heart's help, it's not that hard. You do see there doesn't seem to be any damage to the life pod whatsoever. However, the female inside it has shifted position to be more towards one side.
I thought for a second you were gonna be like, she's opened one of her eyes.
Yeah, I was expecting to be. She woke up.
No, where she was before, perfectly like standing upright or lying on her back, depending on how it's oriented. Now she's off center, and her head is like leaning against the side of one of the capsule.
Kid's just gonna ignore that.
Kid is good at that.
It would take about 4 or 5 hours for Hart and Isaac to get it hooked up. Isaac, it's like trying to put a square filter in a circular hole. The technology is nowhere near the same. It's not that it's complex. It's not like Cyber 6 complex, but it's different. And you can do it, but you have to you guys have to get all MacGyver on it. You have to be like, all right, what if we cannibalize this and you guys are down like.
It's like if you're trying to hook an accessory to a PC, but you only have connectors. Like instead of an actual cable, you just have different types of connectors. So you have to plug this into this and this into that and this into that. Oh shit, this isn't compatible.
Here's what happens. While it's a little more high tech than this, it's basically what you did is you have a plug that doesn't fit into the outlet. So you took aluminum foil tied it around the plug, and shoved it in the outlet. It works.
Yeah, essentially.
It is not elegant,
No.
but it works.
Yep.
It takes about 5 hours.
Okay. Sounds good.
When it's clear Anna's help is not needed, she's gonna go in the Starlight Lounge and drink a bit.
You'll already find Indigo there.
Hey,
She's out of her armor. Her hair is like she, when she took the armor off, it's like she didn't bother fixing the hair at all. She looks like she's had a very bad day.
We're not gonna talk about it?
No, we are not ever going to talk about it.
Sounds good.
Then she'll like slide you a glass.
Yay.
All right. If you want, we can pull back more into a narrative stance, unless there's anything else the players would want to do at this time.
Well, actually, I have a question while we were doing this.
Yes.
So these drones.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to try and figure out a way that we can communicate with them. Whether they have like a beep, a bloop, or like lights, stuff like that.
Okay.
Because if they can help, then great.
Right. Absolutely. I'll say this. If you're willing to use your telemechanics ability, you can kind of dive into them, and what you can do is it'll take maybe a week or so. And you'll need Heart's help with this, but you can dive into them, kind of figure out their programming language, and write up a program to where it's a very simplistic program, and you have to use one of the ship's terminals to do it. But basically, you can type commands to them from the terminal, simplistic commands, i.e., repair this, clean that, go here, patch that hole breach, etc. I mean, it can't be too complicated, but basic simple commands can be typed to them from a computer terminal, and they will respond.
Okay, fantastic. Hart would have to do all of that, though, with the actual programming, because Isaac has absolutely no programming anything.
That's why I said you need Hart. You wouldn't need Hart's help to learn their how they speak to him, because your telemechanics could take care of that.
Yeah.
You just need her help programming.
I think that should be a thing that Isaac does, because these would be really useful around the ship. Just like helper droids. It's nice. Plus, I mean, if we can figure out what... Actually, would I be able to figure out if they are built specifically for space, or if they can withstand being under pressure?
Well,
as in, like, submerged underwater.
Tell you what. First things first, because I should be fair about this. Roll me an engineering check.
Okay.
And I'm going to have Hart roll her programming check.
Okay.
Because who knows? Maybe she does really well, and it's better than what I said. Maybe she does horribly, and it's worse. I mean, we all saw how great the dice can be like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Mechanical engineer, good enough?
Yeah.
Okay. 34! I got a 10!
Yeah, okay. By diving into them with your telemechanics, you're able to determine that these are multi-purpose drones. They can survive in the vacuum of space. They can survive under the pressure of water up to probably about 200 feet. So they're definitely not deep sea diving drones, but up to about 200 feet, they can survive that pressure. Or if you happen to be in a high pressure atmosphere. So, they can survive that. Give me a second, actually.
Because if you can see where I'm going with this, it would be interesting if we can use them to do retrofitting or repairs on the outside of the actual sphere ship.
Right.
Through the hole.
So, give me a second. I can tell you, they can survive up to 86 pounds per square inch of pressure.
Okay.
So go ahead and write that down somewhere because, like I said, maybe it's a high pressure environment or atmosphere, so that could matter. So I shouldn't just say 200 feet of water because that doesn't mean 200 feet of air.
Yeah. Okay.
So up to 86 pounds per square inch, which is, believe it or not, less robust than a human. However, it's not because their shell is softer than your skin. It's that your skin is actually more durable than, like, at that point, water starts seeping in between the cracks and things of that nature. So, and let me go ahead and roll Heart's computer programming skill. She's got 76%. She rolled 61. Okay, yeah. So, like I said, simplistic commands, nothing too complicated, but they can get specific as long as they're simple, i.e., rewire this terminal or patch that hole in the wall, that kind of thing.
So essentially, have you seen Red Dwarf?
A few episodes here and there.
Okay, we have our own Scuddies now, our own Scudder Bees.
Okay, I haven't seen that episode, I guess.
Okay, you know those little robots with the little tri-fingers that go along the ship and repair things?
No.
Okay.
I should watch more Red Dwarf is what I'm getting from this.
I'm just gonna post a picture in the Discord eventually. But
yeah, you've got little robot helpers. What else? What else? Anyone else before we skip back forward?
For what, I may ask?
Confused.
Me too.
I'm asking, is there anything else you as characters would do before we skip back to where we were before we went back in time?
Oh,
I see. Yeah, like those.
Yeah,
sure.
those things. Yeah, it's great.
I think I'm pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
I should also point out, you would know this, the only form of offensive weapons they are multi-purpose. They have like a little fusing torch and little tiny hand type things that come out, prongs that come out that they can manipulate things. The only type of offensive weapon they have are those darts with thrusters. They seem designed to remove threats, not destroy or detain them.
Okay. That sounds good.
So.
Oh, I had a quick question.
Yes.
When we discovered that there was an ocean in our wall, a fair bit of water ended up in the rooms, and I was wondering if there was any damage that was done, especially considering most of kids' shit is on the floor.
Well, yeah. I mean, Anna's computer was a bust for the most part. She was able to save her hard drive, but that was about it. So I would think most of Kid's items would be okay because Kid likes to collect shinies. Shinies typically don't tend to be highly electronic or complex, if that makes sense. But anything that Kid would have that was, probably would have been damaged.
So what you're saying is Kid Fort is now gross and probably molding. Or at least damaged.
Not molding, because you would need mold bacteria for that to happen. And your ship has none. So that's a plus. But
it's just
there certainly
gross.
is a few days where it is damp and dank in there, yes. And I don't mean as in the rock ass memes. I mean literally the way the word should be used.
I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah, well, I'm tired.
Oh my god. Alright. Well, honestly, that makes perfect sense why they would be spending so much time with Cyber
Listening to Indigo?
Yes, it's just like, my room's wet and I don't like it, so I'm gonna stay here.
I would say everyone else's rooms. I mean, it depends. Would your character, like, if your character would clean the room, you guys have the equipment necessary to clean it. Your room's fine. Like, I gotta imagine Isaac would probably have cleaned his room.
Oh, absolutely.
So, unlike Kid's room, Isaac's room was fine, like within the day. It just depends on your character.
Kid's not very good at maintenance.
Which,
So it
would
might.
they have told us that it's all damp?
I mean. No.
Okay, that is damp. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
Well, no, screw it. I was gonna say, well, Anna has been in there because of her computer, but I don't think Anna would actively
That was
clean.
like right afterwards though, so you wouldn't know that it would still be wet in there.
Yeah.
Everyone just notices they're spending way more time outside of their room, but no one's quite sure why.
Oh man! All right, so we'll skip back ahead, and yeah, we didn't actually travel through time. We were just retconning things a little bit, giving them a chance to explore the ship that they did not necessarily have 2 sessions ago. So now we are going back to right after you guys had delivered that vaccine, that shipment of vaccines that had been thrown off course due to death. You guys are, hang on, let me throw you back out here so you can kind of see what's going on. You guys, oh wow, why is that so zoomed out? You guys are right about here. Still in the galaxy, but you're really approaching the edge. So, my question to you as players is this. Do you want to roll 1 or 2 or a few more times on the table? Do you want to finish the time skip and get to your destination? I am okay with either. It is completely and totally up to you.
Thought you had a scene you wanted us to do.
I combined that with the last one, actually.
Ah, okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I only told Piff this. I forgot that I did not mention this to everyone. I figured over the course of the week, I was like, they want to go explore a ship graveyard. What I had intended, fit along really nicely, and I was like, there's no reason why those can't just be the same thing.
That makes so much more sense now. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I was wondering why there would be such an important thing just hanging out in something we almost skipped.
Yeah.
Right. Makes sense. Personally, I'm of the mindset that random encounters are super fun, but if y'all want to skip, then we can skip.
Let's do more. I don't care.
Yeah. I was thinking one more session of rolling.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about that, Piffers?
I feel great.
Oh man, you have the best responses.
Thanks.
You make GM feel good. All right. Let's see here. Again, guys. By the way, for people, I'm very tired. But I'm in that weird tired slot where I like just everything's more fun for me. I don't know about you guys, but who cares?
We'll see.
You're just tipping on that gentle edge of like happy tired and I'm about to pass out.
Yeah. All right, let me pull out the table here. Who would like to roll?
Me.
Okay.
Did it.
63.
Uh-huh.
Let's see here. Is this something that you guys have? Oh.
What was that sound?
I hate that laugh.
So, this is going to sound a little strange, but do you mind? Well, no. Let's go ahead and do this now. I was going to say, do you mind if we make this the last thing? But no, the thing is, since I have no idea how long this may or may not take, let's just do this now.
Uh-huh.
You guys are approaching the edge of the galaxy. Now, the edge of the galaxy is not deserted space, but the closer you get to the edge of the galaxy, the less civilization you run into, for all kinds of reasons. You tend to find more civilization closer towards the center of the galaxy because there's more energy there. Stars, even though looking at a galaxy it's hard to really see that, but stars towards the edge of the galaxy are further and further apart from each other. There's more space to cover. There's a lot more empty dead zone between civilizations. That make sense?
Hmm.
All right. You are traveling through one of these dead zones. You've been the last star system you passed that had any sign of civilization was probably a week beforehand. So you're a good 3.5 to 4 months into your journey, and you're traveling at faster than light speed, obviously 5 light years an hour, making good time, and uh we'll say this is the middle of the day, so your day cycle. We'll say Isaac's in the middle of a lesson. You know what, I'll say this, Isaac, and do this for me now. You have just finished installing your first Techno Wizard project, which is some sort of door or portal that can be used as a window slash maybe door entrance to the sea.
Yeah. For now, I'm kind of thinking of just making it a solid armor of Ithin that can turn on and off with a switch.
Mm-hmm.
With a keypad, specifically.
Got it. Well, mm-hmm.
And then later on, if we get like more sophisticated means, or when Isaac learns more, then we can modify it. But for now, I think that's the best choice.
Sure.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll me mechanical engineering, because that's really there's like first of all, there's no techno wizard roll. There's no like I roll to see if I can make this. No, you can make it. It's just a matter of mechanical engineering. Did you make the device the way you wanted to?
Okay. So I'm gonna say right now, this is a low roll, like a real low roll. Brace yourselves.
Okay.
I still make it. What the fuck?
Wow, you succeed by quite a lot, actually.
Oh my gosh.
So, what you're able to do with Cathor's help, because Cathor's helping you walk you through, this is your first project, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're able to first you're able to widen the hole just a little bit to make it a circular like window. It's probably about 2 feet radius diameter 2 feet diameter.
Yeah.
And the sides of the wall are covered in a gold paneling, so it almost looks decorative. So it looks like when you walk out of the bathroom stall, you can see a 2-foot wide circular bubble window with gold trimming around the sides, and on the right side there is a key panel. Now, the way this works, and Isaac, the way that so far you've been able to create it is that the device, when first of all, you have to put PP into it to maintain the armor of Ithin to the tune of 2 per day.
2 per day.
It can be you, it can be Lucas, it can be Cathor, it can be anyone. And so you can charge it for a total of 7 days. Okay. And if you wanted to travel through, you would have to expend another 5 PPE, and of course double that for ISP. Because Techno Wizard devices, you can usually use both. What would happen is there are technically 2 shields of armor of Ithin. The side towards you would open up. You would enter the bubble, and it would close. And you kind of have to cram in a little bit, but it would close, and then the other side would open, like an airlock. It's like an airlock made out of armor of Ithin.
Yes, perfect.
And you do, and once you install it, once you're done, once you're standing back and you're looking at it, it's important to note, it looks very clear. The armor of Ithin, and this is a nice little trick that Cathor taught you, is completely clear. There is no blue sheen to it. It is
Interesting.
100% invisible. It can only be done through a device. Like if you were to try and cast the spell, it would still have the blue sheen. But he taught you a little trick that if you have a device that helps cast it or uses it in some way, it can be clear.
Yeah.
And he said that he learned to do it as an aesthetic choice for just this reason.
Yeah.
It looks as if you're looking through nothing. No glass, no reflection, no nothing. As if it's
That's
straight a
real
hole
cool.
to the sea. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Um,
I would imagine that would have to have something to do with like the type of gem that he uses, or he does some specific process to make it clear.
yes.
That kind of thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And as you stand back and you admire it, he would say, "That is a fine job, Isaac, especially for your first attempt."
I'm surprised it didn't break. I was
Well,
expecting it to break.
you'll find out that magic is amazing when it comes to strengthening materials. And as you guys are standing back and you're admiring that, let me go ahead and just establish this. Where's Lucas and where's Kid?
Oh no.
Where would I be?
Lucas just busts out of a stall. Here I am.
Oh yeah, that looks great, guys. Flush.
If only. He's done his things. He's generally bored. God, I have no idea where he'd be. Most likely in the lounge or his room. Let's go with lounge.
Okay. And what about Kid? Middle of the day.
If Indigo would indulge them, they would be very interested in a boxing lesson.
Sure, Indigo would love to indulge you. You'll find that Indigo is not only is it something she's very skilled at, it's something that she is almost passionate for. Like she loves, and I'm actually using this literally. She loves the sweet science. I can't believe I even know that reference, but yep.
What?
You're the only one. Good job.
Okay, boxing is often referred to as the sweet science.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know why. I guess the sweet science of punching people.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Certainly a lot of science behind the brain damage, but yeah, go ahead.
So we'll say that she's sparring with you. Anna, is safe to say that you're in the cockpit, maybe just checking the course, making sure when you're traveling at faster than light speed, there's not really any maneuvering. Because of how fast you're traveling, you've pretty much already calculated point A to point B to make sure you don't land into stars. But, it doesn't hurt to check up on it and make sure that there's not, I don't know, like a gravity well or something.
Only when she's asleep.
Right.
As if we would run into one of those.
So we'll
Well,
say
up
that
to.
at some point, maybe you're snacking on a sandwich and you just go into the cockpit to check on it, make sure everything's still going fine. Munching on, I don't know, whatever kind of sandwich Anna likes to eat.
Post doing whatever she was doing with Indigo, maybe?
Sure.
I don't know, time-wise. No.
And you notice you check your settings, everything's fine, you haven't strayed off course or anything, and then you notice something off the corner of your eye. There's a blip on your radar.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't your normal radar. This is the high-powered, like, tachyon radar you got from the Naruni.
Okay.
It's behind you. It's slowly catching up to you. And it's huge. And when I say
sit
huge,
down.
when I say huge, I mean 200 times the size of your ship.
I'm gonna sit down.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
I'm
you
good.
did
Such a
it.
good.
Roll to sit down. You do. You sit down successfully. No,
Hey!
congratulations. You sit down.
Essentially, just at the wheel. That's more what I
Mhm.
was referring to.
Right, I understand. Okay. It's slowly gaining on you. It looks like 15 minutes or so. It'll be where you are, up to you. At this point in time, it's hard to tell, especially given its size. It's hard to tell if it's coming towards you or it just happens to be moving the same direction because the thing's huge. It's impossible to tell at this point. But in about 15 minutes, it will overtake you.
Anna's gonna go on the radio and be like, "Hey, does anybody know about really big things going through space?"
You mean like a spaceship?
I
You mean
don't
like
know yet.
like planets or
I think it's going too fast for a planet.
what do you mean too fast?
Well, it's moving.
What do
It's
you
actively moving.
what's moving?
Oh my
The-
god. You just hear Kid like go, ugh. Start heading towards the cockpit.
There's just something on the radar that's really big and is actively moving. Did not think this would be an issue.
Is it larger than a bread box?
Oh my god.
Yes, Lucas, it's larger than a bread box.
Alright, so Kid eventually gets to the cockpit.
Uh-huh.
We can't see anything when we're in Faster Than Light, right?
When you look out the window, you see almost like Star Wars. You just see spinning lights as stars fly past and other things of that nature.
Okay.
Actually, no, you know what? No, you wouldn't. I'm trying to think about this realistically. Space is so big and things are so distant that it would not look that different to you. You would just see the only difference between looking out at space normally and looking out at faster than light, I think, would be you just see the stars slowly moving.
I think that'd just be more interesting narratively. Not really mattering if it makes sense or not.
Yeah. So
How about we
when
take
you look out the
physics
window,
and all
you
that?
basically just.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
How about we take physics and all that and throw that out the window for fun? How about that?
Sure. All right. So what you see is like a starry sky of space, but it is slowly moving past you.
Alright. Would I be able to use my newly acquired galactic lore thing to guesstimate what this thing might be?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll. However, give it a penalty of 20.
Okay.
Unless that's what is your percentage right now?
I don't know. That's a good question. I should probably.
Because if it puts that below 20%, then just keep the 20%.
You know what? I'll just do an everyman right now.
Okay.
Because I don't want to waste everyone's time trying to find this. Oh!
Wow.
Okay.
Well then. So lore-wise, you have heard of a few things that could be. You've heard of a few things. You've heard of rumors and stories of animals that actually survive in space. They are large. some say as big as a ship. However, given the size and scale of what's being described here, what you can see on the screen, you can't imagine anything living being that big, not even in space.
Kid just stares at the monitor for a little bit and goes, "That can't be good."
Yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page on that.
Is it smaller than a slightly bigger bread box?
It's bigger than the ship, Lucas.
Oh, damn it. That's... Alright, I'm gonna count that as like 5 more questions. Give me a second.
Lucas, just come up here.
Fine. You eventually hear stomping. He then like trudges into the room. What do you
He
want?
was hoping to finish the game of 20 questions.
We can finish the game of 20 questions in here.
Is Lucas joining us as well, or is he just?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he like drags over his seat as noisily as possible.
Why do so many people get these?
I'm sorry.
No, it's not only you. It's Squee too, all the time.
I know.
Because they are spelled and sound nothing alike. Obviously,
You know what? No,
They
it's
have a
because
C
they're
and an
too
S.
It's because they're two lanky white boys. You gotta,
I
you gotta
guess.
shake it things up, man.
because
you're
Isaac's
a
a
lanky
clown.
white
Oh!
He's a gun
Anyways.
clown, didn't you know? All right,
Oh,
yeah,
I hate this.
he'll join you guys.
Okay. Well, you are all now in the cockpit.
Yay! So, kid's gonna point at the monitor and go, "That's not good." I
No,
don't know
that's
what it
not.
is, but it's not good.
I don't even know what to do, but just in case, I'm gonna go over to where I can fire some guns on the ship, and he's gonna go to one of the computer terminals and be
Okay.
ready at battle stations if necessary.
Sure, absolutely. Here, let me actually throw you guys over there so you can see what's going on the cockpit side. So, we say now you're about 10 minutes away from it catching up to you.
Are we able to communicate with things at faster than light speeds?
Yes. As long as it's technologically advanced enough.
As long as it's what?
Technologically advanced enough, i.e., that first contact planet, no. But that planet that needed the vaccine supplies, yes. So if the level of technology is advanced enough, you can communicate to them. There is some lag, but not a lot, not at this distance.
Gotcha.
Data.
Kid's going to suggest, I suppose, hailing whatever the fuck is catching up to us.
So first things first, you guys would see as well, your characters might have tested this out, but you as a players, this would be the first time. This is the first time any of you have sat down at one of the turret chairs, more or less. You do know that you no longer have to go to where the turret is to control it. You can sit down at one of these chairs, and when you activate it, it actually brings down a heads-up display around you and moves up, and it is almost like a one of those 4D rides in the sense that when you turn the turret, the entire console swivels with you up, down, left, right, and it's very responsive. And Isaac, your view, actually, you can no longer, when it's activated, you no longer see the ship. You see what the turret sees.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It goes, all right, I'm here. What do you want?
Well, if you're gonna ask questions, you might as well come down.
Okay. Lucas glances over at the console. I guess he's gonna try to cheat and try to figure out what this is by trying to look at the console. GM, is there anything I can glean from a large blip on a console?
Well, do you have read sensory equipment
No.
as a skill? No. You see a large blip on a console.
Alright. Yeah, I'm stumped. Alright, what is it?
So now the three of us are on the same page.
It's a book?
No, we don't know what it is.
Oh, okay. Wait, how was I supposed to win?
You don't. We all lose.
Well, that was fun. As it's just walking away.
Is there a button for something?
Kid, there are tons of buttons. Could you be a bit more specific?
That's the ice cream button.
Oh god. Is there a button for like hailing or sending a message?
Yeah, absolutely. Typically speaking, it's a few buttons, but I'm sure, kid, do you have read sensory equipment actually, or communications?
Ha!
Radio communications?
No.
No. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of buttons there, and you've seen Anna talk to people before by hitting buttons, but you don't know which ones.
Kid's gonna guess.
Kid, what are you doing? Kid, what are you doing?
The ship violently rocks to the left, which, Anna, moving the ship at faster than light travel is incredibly dangerous. You could, at those speeds, even a minor trajectory shift can throw you thousands of kilometers off course into stars, planets, asteroids, or whatnot.
Kid, don't punch the buttons.
Kid, roll me one more D100, please.
Oh god. Oh. Is that a good number or a bad number?
Kid presses I was thinking low would be good. I'll just say that. Kid presses a few buttons, the ship rocks violently to the left, and all of a sudden, you guys wouldn't feel it. Actually, no, you would. Okay. You would. This is the first time, by the way, that you have felt something rock in the ship. Normally, and I've described this before, turbulence and things of that nature you don't typically feel because you're in a different pocket dimension.
Mm-hmm.
However, when Kid does this, you do feel the violent shift. When the ship's emergency systems kick in and drop the ship out of faster than light speed. Typically, Anna, you would know this. If the ship senses, oh boy, it's about to hit something, it will immediately drop out of light speed. Which is a little disconcerting because what it was about to hit could still be light years away, far beyond your view. But traveling at those speeds, that's the kind of reaction time needed. So the ship immediately drops out of faster than light speed in what looks like the middle of nowhere.
Kid, don't touch buttons.
I was trying to talk to them.
Then use your words with me.
And with that, since you are no longer traveling at faster than light speeds, the thing catching up to you was, with that, all of a sudden, your radar starts going off as an incredibly large object drops out of faster than light travel above your ship. And it looks something like this. And just for reference, your ship probably about the size of this little bubble right here.
We
We
don't
can't
know what
see.
you're doing, yeah.
No,
If you're on the ship, go to the right. of the cockpit.
Nope, still nothing.
No,
Yeah, it's
Still
all
nothing.
just
It's just black.
the
What?
void.
nothing.
Weird.
There's nothing here.
Why?
There's ship here, and there's ship here.
Hang on.
But there's nothing here.
That's weird.
I don't understand this.
It's on the map layer. I don't know why you can't. You know what? Hang on.
Underneath the
Maybe
black?
Maybe I need to. There we go. How's that? Can you see?
No.
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 What the? How about now?
No.
Nope.
No.
What in the world?
I am completely zoomed out too.
Yep.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. I will do it this way. I will.
Make a whole new map.
Let me just try and re-put it on the map. How about now? Towards the cockpit, to the right.
Mm-mm.
In the world? How about now?
Oh,
It's on
oh,
top
oh,
of the
there-
cockpit.
oh,
Yeah, there
now
it is.
there we
Oh,
go.
hey,
Hey.
you're on the cockpit.
Yeah,
Alright.
just put it like put it
There.
here so that we can
There.
see the whole thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
so
that works.
looks like this.
Oh,
And for scale, your ship is probably about the size of this bubble right here.
Lovely.
Okay.
which bubble?
One
Look
right
at the front of
there.
the ship.
See
Yeah, this little bubble.
This tiny one. Right here.
Oh, okay. That's
So
fine.
we're like this big. They're like this big.
Uh-huh.
So
Thank you, Burn.
they're this. We're this. Like we're this big.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I don't
That's
think you
fine.
understand the gravity of this situation. There is no gravity. We're in space. Anyway.
It's artificial. Anyways.
Murder you too.
So, God, giant
Mhm.
fucking spaceship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drops out of light speed above you.
And oh fuck is hurt.
That would be 2.
I will say, I'm not even going to make you guys roll for it. Not a design any of you have ever seen before.
Kid just kind of like waves at Anna gently, like still staring at the screen, and goes, "You want to talk to them?"
Well, it looks like they're following us. Oh. Anna presses the right buttons for communication.
Right? Kid, take note.
Roll for it.
She presses them very slowly while making eye contact with Kid.
Kid's not looking at you. Kid's looking at the screen.
She doesn't care. It's the principle that matters. And just be like, hello?
There's no response.
Are you following us? Is there something you need?
What do you want?
No response.
What? Can
Maybe
we go?
it's lost.
Look, she mutes the mic. Stranger danger, Lucas. Stranger danger. Laughing, it concluded, and then unmutes it.
And it has come full circle.
Oh god. I'm so glad that was a thing.
Yeah.
With that, Anna, the sensors start going off. Your ship.
Which ones?
Yeah, the sensors, the proximity sensors. Your ship is currently being targeted by a tracking beam.
When you said targeted, my heart almost stopped.
My heart is still charged out.
Time to re-roll, guys. It was great playing with you.
So, what you guys doing up there?
Stop that.
No response, and you see in your sensors your ship rocks as it is grabbed by a tractor beam.
Guys, we're going on a trip.
Kid is going to call over the I guess comms, just like, guys, get up here.
Maybe put some armor on.
with that, you don't get a responses. I guess you couldn't hear, but you get like confirmations that people are on their way.
Okay.
The ship starts being lifted towards the underbelly of the giant ship. Though, interestingly, from what you can see, and you can. An interesting thing about. Hang on, let me move this for now. I figured out what was going on, by the way.
It was underneath the black layer.
Yeah, no, I didn't reveal that area.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Wow, sorry.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. You can use this device right here to get a clear picture of the outside of your ship. So this can be used to chart navigation and as like a very high quality picture of the outside of your ship generated by whatever cameras are on the outside of the second chance. And the tractor beam seems to be pulling you towards the hull of the ship, not towards any docking bay or anything that you can see.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Sure. The tractor beam doesn't seem to be pulling you towards any holes or docking bays that you can see. It's as if you're being pulled straight towards the bottom of the ship's hull.
Oh, joy.
Squeak.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can't find my angry child.
Well, in a corner somewhere, maybe.
Nope. Unless they're like underneath the black layer, like
I don't think we
everything
could have found them last week either.
Hang on, then. Let me get
Oh, wait, they went flying. That's what happened.
else. Is that what happened?
They
No,
went
that
flying.
was-
Oh no,
that
that
was
was
on the
last
other
time.
map.
Yeah,
that was
that
on
the other
the
map.
other ship.
I'm
Oh,
just
they
gonna
went
grab.
flying at
I'm
some
just gonna.
point.
I'm gonna grab your kid from the other map real quick.
Keep better track of your kid.
I'm working on it, man.
They're a teenager now.
They're a free spirit, okay?
Give me a second. Kid's so tiny.
Oh, look, a little kid.
It's to scale.
There you go. So the ship is being drawn towards the underbelly of the giant ship. Is anyone doing anything?
Can I do anything?
Yeah, kids still yelling into the radio. Stop that! Don't.
Stranger danger.
I just had this image of like you're talking to your dog that's about to chew on something. Don't you do it! Stop! No.
Stop making eye contact with me while you're doing the thing you're not supposed to do.
I said no.
You are getting no response.
Can I even leave this tracker beam, or is it just stuck on me?
You can certainly make a try.
Would that be piloting?
It would most certainly be piloting.
I mean, yes. By like 80.
Yeah, well done. So you so Anna, wherever you learn piloting skills from, whoever you learned it from, and I have a pretty good idea. They taught you some tricks, some tips, some tricks to perhaps, I don't know, break tractor beams. Why in your legal and perfectly upstanding past you would need such a skill is beyond me, but
Nobody likes a speeding ticket.
my sarcasm. You gently you try a trick that you were taught once by your teacher, which is you gently kick the repulsors into gear towards the tractor beam so that ever so slightly you're making it easier and easier, a little bit, and then all of a sudden, as quickly and violently as you can, you rocket the engines in the opposite direction as quickly and suddenly as possible. The ship jerks and shudders and then breaks free, and You ever put like a one of those cars that you rev up and then you hold the back and then you just let go and it just zooms off?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that. Your ship rockets off of the tractor beam.
Time to get the fuck out.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah, okay.
go faster than light.
Bye.
All right, give me 1 second here. So, let me pull something out that I have not needed to pull out in a while.
They're not gonna like us.
Where is this?
But then again, that's just kind of the general consensus, I think.
There's very few people that like us.
Here we go.
They might tolerate us, but liking something
so,
else.
Anna, you notice, and Isaac, you also notice this because you're at the turret. The large ship fires something at your ship. Now, give me a second. I'm looking up the rules of how this works exactly.
I dodged the ship.
It fires smaller ships at us.
That'd be amazing.
I fired even tinier ships on you.
I just imagine these little, like, bee ships just attacking us.
Oh my god.
So,
Nothing
how
of the
many?
ships crashing into our ship as bullets?
Anna?
Yeah,
Anna,
sorry.
What's your piloting percentage?
97.
Okay, so for every 10% over 50%, you get you're harder to hit by 1. Basically, your piloting skill is so good that you are a harder target to hit. So it has a -4. Hang on. And are you choosing to do evasive maneuvers?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you're doing evasive maneuvers, you can't take any other actions other than the evasive maneuvers, but it'll make it harder. So basically, they need a 5 to hit you. However, because of your piloting skill and your evasive maneuvers, they now need a that's harder by 7.
Okay.
So,
can I do something?
Yes. Let me roll to see if it would hit first, and then I will let you do something.
Okay.
Because if it misses, then. All right, so give me a second here. So they need to get a 12. They roll a natural 1.
Ah!
You go, suckers.
It seems that perhaps they were caught unaware. Perhaps Anna's really on her game today. They shoot something at the ship, and Anna does a evasive maneuver that rolls the second chance out of the way, like a barrel roll that goes downwards, and the whatever it was they fired, which looks like, honestly, it looks like a gelatin mass, flies right past your ship, not even close to hitting it.
We
Well, that's
don't
gonna
need
hit
to
a random
space
person.
buggers.
Oh, kid.
Isaac, you still have an opportunity to do something if you would like.
Oh, I was just gonna shoot at the thing. Should I
Right.
bother?
It's up to you. Should you bother?
No.
Okay.
I'm okay with this answer. I want to get the fuck out.
And then I would say, before the ship has a chance to do much else, you can gun it back to light speed.
Bye.
Yeah, fuck you guys. Who the hell were they?
Could have been an adventure. They could have given us food, but
One thing that you are lucky in is that normally it takes some time to charge your engine, warm your engines, and charge them up enough to hit light speed. But since you had just dropped out of light speed, your engines were pretty much already there. If you had spent much more time out of light speed, you would have had to recharge them. If that makes sense, if you stop light speed and then go again fairly quickly, it's fine. But if the engines have time to spool down, but you didn't. Luckily, you were able to kick it back into gear, and you jump back into light speed, constantly looking at the radar. You don't see anything following you.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
right.
impressed
fuckers.
right now. Well,
And
that was an adventure.
That was a big ship.
That was
Yeah.
a big shit.
I'm glad that we're done with that. Moving on.
Jesus
Bye
Christ.
bye ship.
Like, how big would that be compared to, like, our pocket dimension size ship?
About 100. No, probably 50 times larger. Huge.
Oh, shit.
Huge. Biggest ship any of you have ever seen.
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with dodging the fuck out of that.
They tried to kidnap us. That's not good, stranger danger.
That's no bueno. Ask before you track their beam, you fucks.
They weren't even responding.
Yeah, that was rude.
They're being real
Unless it was
creepos.
incompatibility, but still, at least try. Flash your highlights. I don't know.
Your high beams? Or do you mean
No,
your
no.
highlights, like in your
No,
hair?
yeah, exactly. The ship's golden locks flashing.
Well, okay.
Or highlighters.
So
okay.
I'd say for a good 6 hours or so, Anna probably stays in the seat, constantly on the lookout, but nothing seems to be following you.
Okay.
Whoever this is, they seem to have lost interest.
Fantastic. Should we
Good.
roll on the thing again?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
you should.
I'll do it. I'ma do it.
Oh.
I
Failed
did
it.
it.
You succeed.
Okay.
Is it
All
something we already got? Because I think it's something we already got.
Yeah, I think we rolled high before.
Yes, it is something you already got, but what I'm doing is just moving to the next one
Okay.
down. So, you are just on the edge of the galaxy. You're getting to the very ass end of space. Just passing your 4th month on the trip. And keep in mind that it's taken you 4 months to get to about here.
Yeah.
And you estimate the other 2 months will be this distance, because once you get out of the galaxy and there is less gravity around you affecting you, you can travel much, much faster. You get a call, whoever's in the cockpit.
Hi.
Lucas!
Sure, I mean, why not?
It could be Lucas if you want.
Bored out of his mind in the cockpit.
Probably. Adam probably also slightly bored. This would be like, oh, this would be interesting. Here's the phone.
You get a hail from another ship that's on your radar. The ship itself, you can't tell much going at faster than light speeds. It's a ways out there, but it sends a hail message.
Yes, this is the Republic of George. Who would you like to speak to?
Hello and well met, Republic of George. This is diplomat Alberek Galbasi. I am in need of some assistance.
Would you be wanting to wait in line, or is this an urgent matter?
It's highly urgent, having to do with the very security of my people, the entire Fildorian race.
Oh, the Fedorians. Oh, okay. Please hold.
Wait, no, sir.
Lucas is such an asshole. I love it.
Lucas, do you want me to talk to them?
Lucas is just like, this sounds important.
Yes, it does, Lucas.
I'll
Should
forward you. It's the button again. I'll forward you to the manager.
I'm sorry, what?
Hi, hello, sorry about him. What's happening?
Hi. I'm diplomatic Albert Galbasi. I'm in a bit of a bind, and I need your help. More specifically, do you have long-range communication capabilities on your vessel?
Do we?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
That
Okay,
shit comes standard.
I am in desperate need of help. My systems have actually taken a slight bit of damage to poor maintenance, and I've lost my ability to transmit signals at long range. In fact, I'm going to lose you soon if you don't drop out of light speed. And you can tell this vehicle is about 20 light years off and getting farther, as you keep going.
I'll
he says-
drop.
Okay. So you drop out of light speed, and you're like in the middle of nowhere. Nothing around you, nothing on the radar. You're fairly confident. The second you drop, of course, you're fairly confident that you're fine. You can get back to where into sublight speed or faster light speed before anything can come close to you.
Okay.
And then you hear, oh, you slowed down. Oh, good. Okay. I have been invested by my people, the Fedorian race, to negotiate peace with the Balloon Empire. We have worked for over 6 months to put together these peace talks. We believe that they're just as desperate as we are for peace, and I've fought hard to be able to bring them to the table to negotiate something that would end this war. But I've been cursed by the fates, and my long-range communications are completely out. They are expecting my call. I was wondering, could I can I piggyback my signal through your comms to them? You don't have to negotiate, you don't have to do anything, just act as a bridge to boost my signal to them and boost their incoming signal back to me.
Do you need to board the ship at all?
No, of course not. I understand that you don't know me, and this is a very strange situation. Absolutely not. I simply need you to receive and retransmit the signals both directions.
I don't see a reason why we can't.
Thank you. The entire Fedorian race thanks you. I am delivering to you coordinates to contact these people and then bridge us together and, well, with any luck, sit back and listen to history being made.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sorry, I just love the nonchalant. Yeah, sure. All right, so he transmits
Republic of
coordinates or
George.
a frequency to you.
The Republic of George appreciates your services.
And you receive the frequency. Do you hail the frequency? Basically, you just send it out in every direction, but it's definitely you have long range communication capability. So
No, we just take off.
Stranger danger pie. No, I'll do it.
okay,
Just send them
it
the
takes-
episode.
it takes about 30 seconds, and you receive a reply back, and you can ping. There's another ship about a good 15 light years the other direction. And you hear over the comms, "This is Unrock of the Balloon Empire. Is that petty diplomat Albert Galbasi?"
Oh, is he responding? Is he actually talking to me?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's talking to you.
Oh,
You haven't
Okay.
connected. You haven't bridged them together yet. So
okay. It will be soon enough. As she starts making the movements to connect them.
I don't understand. Who are you?
Okay, I don't care. What are those people called who did the
Fedorian?
phone thing? No, the phone
Oh.
thing.
Operator.
Phone operators.
Operators, thank you. Just your neighborhood operator for now.
You Fedorians have very strange customs. And
We're
like
not
with that,
Fedorians.
you can connect Albert Galbasi.
Before she connects him, she's gonna go, "No, we're Georgians," and then connect it.
And then you hear, Hello? Hello? Oh, I know that voice. And, okay, guys, bear with me here. I typically try not to hold conversations between two NPCs, but in this situation, I feel it's kind of necessary.
So
So
sit back and relax.
feel free to interrupt at any time. This won't take long, but just bear with me. As he goes, I'd recognize your voice anywhere. All right, Fedorian, I'm here. I have the power to negotiate peace. What are you offering? I am offering a cease of hostilities, which I think both our people desperately need after 60 long years. I know how long the war has been going on. What are you offering? We're going to stop killing you. That for one. You're desperate. So are you. Yes, but not as desperate as you are. Oh, really? Yes, and look, that's... I'm not here to beat my chest. What are you looking for? My empire wants one thing. We're willing to stop all hostilities with you, even embrace you as brothers. In return, and I denote that your answer must be given now, or the deal is off. We demand the hand of the Fedorian princess to marry to the Prince Unlik.
Unlik? Oh god, what a name.
And there's a pause, and Alberic goes, the princess? That...
Is he making those
Click.
noises with his mouth?
No.
Oh.
The signal gets cut. Well, I'm waiting for an answer. Peace for the princess's hand. What do you say?
Oh,
One
shit, his
moment, there was a
communications
disconnection.
I'm sorry,
Please wait,
you were
what?
both... What?
Please, please wait while I reconnect your call.
Okay.
Breaking out the
Uh,
customer service voice.
This is highly unprofessional. I demand an answer. And
There have been technical issues with the radio service, and we're piggybacking off of someone else's. Please give us a moment.
you attempt to pick up the diplomat. You're getting no response. It's possible his radio died.
Did we get too far away?
No. It
No,
sounds
his-
more like the radio is finally like dying. Like his long range systems have already taken damage somehow. But maybe this is starting to affect. Whatever the case may be, you're not picking him up.
Just tell the dude, hey, just give us a bit, and then we'll fly over and bash this guy on the head. Say, like, respond to this dude. Come on. How about that? What do you guys think?
I was expecting that kind of violence from me, Vern. I'm a little bit proud, but I also feel like you're
That was me,
stepping
not
in my
Isaac.
territory.
I'm just saying.
I know. That's why I said Vern, not Isaac.
She's just proud of you. You can
Good.
take it. It's-
How long does it take to travel? I can't remember if it was 15 or 20, but whatever it was. In light speed.
5 light years an hour. So probably about 3 hours.
Is
God
there
damn
any
it.
chance you can wait 3 hours?
What? You dare insult me? We come here for peace. I demand an answer now.
Oh,
Peace
okay, just
or
heads up.
war?
Heads up, this isn't actually the Fedorians. They've lost connection. We're gonna go try and meet up with them so you guys can continue the call.
I have no interest in your excuses. Answer now. The
No,
princess's hand or war?
Princess's hand.
Oh, well, very well. I didn't actually. I mean, I know that our prince isn't the most attractive, but okay. I have I am transferring, recording this as acknowledgement of the treaty. I will send over the contract to be signed, and I will report the successful negotiations to our emperor. Know that you have stopped 60 years of bloodshed, and we honor you for it, as long as you keep your word. And then the signal cuts off as you receive one last transmission.
Real quick, before the thing cuts off, I'm just imagining, like, there's a bunch of, like, random shit that kids been learning off of, like, the extranet, and they're just like, you'd better have a really good wedding present.
Oh, I'm sure that they do. I mean, the best. It's great. You'll love it.
Yeah, that dowry better be good, or we're gonna take back our word. That better be a good dowry.
I'll amend the contract. And it clicks off. You receive a minute later. You receive one final transmission, which looks to be a written contract.
An amended written contract.
Yes, an amended written contract.
What's the gist of what it says?
It takes a little while for you to decode it. The language is not quite one that you're familiar with. This language seems based off of your common tongue, but it's different enough that it takes you a while to kind of. It's like reading something in Middle English.
Oh yeah.
And the gist of it is this: the Baloon Empire agrees to cease all hostilities with the Fedorian people, to instantly stop any aggressive actions, and to even give reparations. Not reparations, give aid to help rebuild civilization. In return, they demand the hand of the Princess of Fedora to marry the Prince Uluk. And then there seems to be a hastily written section. You can tell it's hastily written because it's much less flowery and official, the rest of it, than a dowry
less
of
legalese.
Yes, a dowry of 6 planets of fertile farming land are to be given.
That seems good to me. Let's go.
Yeah, teamwork.
Yeah, go, Isaac.
I'm tempted to do one more thing just to fuck with both of these guys. Amend it once more so that in the contract they will both pick a neutral planet for there to be an embassy for both races, both empires to live on and coexist peacefully.
I want to see this social experiment. Let's do it.
Oh God.
It would require a computer programming role to do such a thing, because this isn't like a sheet of paper. It's a digital document.
I guess we can't talk to him anymore?
He's cut off communication.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a dick.
Any plus or penalties? Or does anyone else have computer programming?
I don't have any computer programming. I have operation, and that's it.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear what you said, Square. I got distracted.
I'd say like maybe a penalty of 10, simply because this is an unusual program for you.
Make a copy.
Kid's not going to try the everyman on this.
Okay, so you made a copy, and you tried to edit the copy. Is that fair enough to say, or no?
Sure.
Okay.
What is your role? What's your skill? I mean.
Oh, 35.
35?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, you can't. You it's gonna be so easy to tell. You can't get the formatting right. You can't even indent the paragraph right.
Yeah,
that's
so
fair.
let's just send that, I guess.
Aww.
Yeah. We'll go and try and find the poor Fedorians.
Yeah, the Fedorian ambassador.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's
so-
easy enough to find.
Yeah.
As you approach and you get drop out of light speed, you get a weak signal transmission. Hail.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's you. I'm so terribly sorry. The negotiations must have broken down. My radio died completely. Are they waiting for my response?
No.
We
So
finished
they
it
didn't-
off for you.
You did what?
So
Yeah.
they didn't quite believe that we weren't connected to you guys, and I'll admit I kind of
Did-
panicked.
Did you tell them you're the Republic of George?
Yeah, no, they didn't believe it. So
No, their words were they're not gonna accept that excuse.
I see. So then it's to be war.
no, not
No.
yet.
What?
We got you a nice dowry,
Dowry.
But we also agreed to the marriage.
which is why you got a nice dowry.
Yeah.
What?
Look, you can break it and there'll be war regardless, or you can accept it and not have war.
Do you want war,
Bought you time.
or do you want 6 planets?
A fertile land.
A fertile land.
Have you ever seen their prince?
No,
No.
we also never seen your princess.
You receive a transmission of a picture. Hang on.
Oh God.
I'm preparing to
Oh
laugh.
no.
It's just Pylon comes up.
Aww.
Oh.
Give me a second.
He's changing his mind now.
Holy crap! I had that as a kid. I'm sorry. That has nothing to do with this. I just saw like a toy that I had as a child.
Oh,
Skeletor. Yeah.
I thought you meant you labeled it as like kid.
Hey.
Hang on. Okay, there we go. Give me a second. I'm sending an image over to you guys on Discord.
Oh, Discord.
Okay.
Or would you rather roll 20?
No,
Discord.
Okay.
I can
Discord
bring it up
doesn't
for the
ask me
stream
to
either
accept-
way.
There you go.
Oh, good.
Oh, I hope you have more heirs.
Kid just kind of looks at the picture and goes, "It's not that bad."
You haven't received the contract, right?
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, I did.
Oh no. No.
Look,
I mean, you can ignore
fertile
it and
planets.
look. You can ignore it, or you can go with it. I don't care. It's your.
Victorians don't break their word.
Well, I mean,
Well,
you
we
have our
ain't
permission.
Fedorians.
You
You have our permission.
don't
But here's the
understand at
thing.
all.
Transfer it. Transfer it. Transfer it.
Here's the thing. Send it, send it, send it.
Okay.
Oh, this is horrible. This is... Oh,
Unmuted.
no.
Are we going to peace? Are we piecing out?
I don't care. Kid says, staring at the picture.
Well, bye.
Oh, have a happy marriage.
You go back to Fasten's flight travel.
Mazel tov.
We don't even know what they look like, so
No, we don't.
I noted that to him. He ignored it.
yeah.
With good reason, I'm sure.
He could just be upset that he doesn't have those tentacles along his face like a beard.
And just to put that out there, I was surprised because I had this as a kid and played with it all the time. No idea where it's from,
This is
what
the
it's
picture
supposed to
that's
be.
we put.
but
there it is.
I loved this thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
Weird. Mothman.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes, that's what it is. I love.
I just typed in praying mantis person. I'm like, oh, it looks like it's wearing a flower crown.
No, that's Mothman. It's not
Okay,
very nice.
regardless.
All right. So
The princess. Here's a picture of the princess, guys.
Not canon.
Not
It's
canon.
beautiful.
So, That handled.
Uh-huh.
Handle.
We're the
Quote,
best
unquote.
negotiators.
No.
We're top notch. Does anybody
This is
else
my
want to
honest
roll on the
salesperson.
thing? Yeah.
I can do it again, or
I won't-
someone else can do it.
30. Wait, we already got 36 today, didn't we?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Hang on. Give me a second here. There's only like 2 things on the table you haven't done. No, 1 because I combined that. There's 1 thing.
Want to just do the last thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
we did
not?
the last thing.
You guys will run the whole table. Okay. So I mean, rolling's kind of unnecessary at this point.
Well, I rolled a 36.
Well, hang on. Let me see what that would have been.
Gravity well.
Oh no, that's the
God.
same planet that needed the plague.
Oh, needed the plague.
They needed a plague. Oh
They
god.
needed
Yeah.
a plague. Okay. Okay. So as you are heading to the very edge of the galaxy, one of the reasons why your trip takes so long, and I think I've explained this before, is that you're not flying 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have to give your engines time to cool down.
Mhm.
And you're typically pretty good about finding remote or at least safe systems, i.e. either a place that is highly civilized and protects against pirates, or a place that's so deserted it's highly unlikely you'll run across anything dangerous.
Yay.
On one of these rest periods, and generally it's about a day or so, you have to let the engines reset for about a day. Your engines are in cooldown mode, which means that minimal power is running to them. You still have power to everything else, like weapons and things of that nature, but your engines to cool down are almost completely shut down. You have maneuvering thrusters, you have sublight speed engines, which means that you can travel, I believe your ship can go like Mach 19, something like that. But
Yeah.
you can't go faster than light without at least a good 2 or 3 minutes to charge back up. Hence why you try to do this in safe or deserted places. When you are in one of these rest periods, you well, actually, read sensory equipment for me. Give me a roll. Read sensory equipment.
Bonuses, penalties.
Nope. Just normal.
Yep. 20.
Okay. You notice a blip on the radar. Hard to tell the distance, the size of it, given that it is going faster than light, but only about 1 light year per hour, and it's quickly closing in on you. A lot of times you can see, when it comes to radar is difficult because you can see them before they can see you sometimes. It's like a headlight.
Mhm.
You can see a headlight much farther away than that headlight can see you because of the inverse law. It's coming towards you. And since it's faster than the speed of light, you've got maybe 15 seconds before it arrives. If it's coming towards you, but it looks like it's on a dead bead for you.
Okay.
Like I said, it's hard to tell size. It's certainly not the big thing you saw before. It's the size of a ship. It's like, is this a freighter or a light cruiser? It's hard to tell. It's not a huge battleship. It's not a one-man fighter. It's something in between.
Okay. We're not on a collision course, right? It's just going to be
No.
passing by. Okay.
Exactly.
Probably just keep doing what we're doing, but at the same time be very paranoid.
Got it. In about 15 seconds or so, a ship drops out of space. It's a fairly clunky looking ship. It's not a design you've ever seen before, but again, out in this area, what is? It looks kind of old, kind of rugged, and certainly seen a lot of wear and tear. And the second it drops out, you get a hail but it's not so much most hails are like a polite knock and see if you respond. This is more of a transmitting a message kind of thing, where you hear over the intercoms, "Attention, this is the pirate ship Mangled Bits and Mayhem. I am Slash. You will drop your shields and prepare to give us what? Guns.
Totally
No, wait.
starts
Food.
turning on fast speed. Starts charging that.
Food and guns."
Lucas goes, no.
To Anna?
Yeah.
She won't, but she's not giving you a happy look.
These guys sound like they're way out of their league.
You want to scare them?
No. I
You
want
wanna
them
mess
to
with them?
board.
Just puts her head in her hands.
So can I please be in the cockpit for this?
Sure. By all means, I don't mind.
Isaac, hearing this, kind of leans over and says into presses the button to transmit and goes, "So just to make sure, you want food and weapons? How much food? Like, are you starving?
All
Wanna have a
of your
barbecue?"
food. And then you hear like a smaller voice, "All of their food. I mean, they gotta eat. Like half the half your food. And what? If you have any books?"
Books?
I'm not saying comic books. Shut up. "Yes, we demand your books."
Well, we don't really have much paper books. We usually have digital, but I mean, you're welcome to come on by and have like a burger or something. Chat.
You hear from like what seems like further away, like someone speaking from further away the microphone, a very deep, loud voice. "We're not there to chat. I'm Sunder, and we're here to take your..." And then you hear like a female voice. "What? No, he said I could be Sunder." "No, I'm Sunder. You always get to be Sunder. Shut up, not right now. We're not here to have a chat. We want your food and your books. Oh, and the guns."
Oh my god.
I want them on board, please.
Yes!
Somebody.
Please! Please! Oh my god.
Well, Isaac's gonna press the button again. Well, I can't guarantee everything, but like, honestly, if you guys are hungry, well, we have a cook. He's a little dough golem, but he's really good.
You can't keep the cook.
You can't keep the cook.
The first voice...
also you're not keeping our gummy dragon.
There's like a pause, and by pause they didn't. So Anna,
Yeah.
common procedure when using communication is to take your finger off of the transmit button. This is like
Kid.
lesson number 1.
Lucas.
What?
Apparently, these guys didn't do it, and you hear talk. They have a cook, but we can't kidnap anyone. What are we supposed to do? I don't know. Maybe we can have them like cook everything first. Yeah. Fine. We demand that your cook the food first.
That's what a cook does?
Isaac's gonna press the button. Well, that's the idea. Like, what are you in the mood for? Do you want some spaghetti or like? Tell me.
We demand you lower your shields. We are boarding you. We will discuss this in person.
Give us a chef some time to prepare.
How many times? I already said you're welcome aboard. I told you
wise not to defy us.
We're gonna have a barbecue, but honestly, I am serious. Be wary of the gummy dragon, and we have another DB on our ship. It's named Kid. got real big claws and can usually just rip through power armor. Just be careful to not piss it off, okay?
And don't you dare hurt our gummy dragon.
That's a lie. They obviously don't. There's nothing like that. I'm positive. We're coming over.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Just make sure you dock with the cargo bay in the back.
I will choose where we dock.
No, I'm saying that.
We choose to dock at the cargo bay.
Okay, good.
Good. And, like, the signal cuts off.
Feel like Lucas with crossed arms and just kind of like this big pouty face. Well, guys, you've ruined everything. We were going to actually be like, oh no, don't hurt us, big, strong pirate people. And then they would come on board, and then they would have to, like, we'd have to hide and go seek, and they'll try to actually find where we are. And we'll start finding some, like, weird shit around them. But it would have been great, but no, we're just going to have a tea party, apparently.
It's not a tea party. It's a barbecue.
It's much more masculine than that.
It's more manly, okay?
Oh my god.
So here's the thing. Isaac's gonna take this opportunity to run to his room and start changing into his butler attire.
Oh my god. Is anyone gonna tell Kid about this?
Hey kid, we're gonna have Cass. Hey everyone, we're gonna have Cass.
You hear, like, Indigo over the intercom. Yeah, I thought we dropped out. What's going on?
So, apparently we're inviting pirates on board for dinner.
And you hear, like, another, like, you hear Sarah's voice. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, they wanted to do some sort of get-together. I had another plan, but, I mean...
shoot them? How about shoot them? Shoot them's good.
No. They seem like they're amateur hour. They probably just want these things because they think they can get away with it. But honestly, I think they actually need some food.
So, what? You're inviting pirates, amateur pirates maybe, but pirates onto your ship to what? Feed them?
Apparently.
Kid
That's
popped
what
up
they
on-
wanted to do. I wanted to actually spook them. But no. They just had to get, what is it, burgers, he said? He was getting burgers?
Oh my god.
You hear over the radio another click. You hear Catherine's voice. I'll make the tea.
Oh, right. Hide the booze, hide the booze, hide the booze.
Yeah, Kid pops up onto the intercom and is just like, if they try anything, I'll kill them. Don't worry.
Lucas stands up abruptly from his chair. I'm doing what I want, and he leaves the room.
Anna's literally gonna go hide the booze.
God. Kid's gonna go meet our guests on the I was gonna say poop deck, but that's the wrong terminology.
It is indeed.
Yep,
In the cargo hold.
That's the word. Thank you, Vern.
Yeah. So Isaac will be there too?
All right.
Um,
I'm going to, for now, I'm going to Theater of the Mind this. At the moment, I don't have tokens because I didn't know what was going to
This would
happen.
happen.
If things become necessary, then we'll take a pause. I'll put something together. But for now, we will Theater of the Mind.
All
Your
right.
barbecue tea party. So let's do this. Who will be in the cargo bay waiting for them? Because Indigo will definitely be. Heart will be.
Sweet.
Sarah
I want
will
to be
not.
constantly lurking in the shadows.
I understand, my friend. You are more than welcome to do so.
I want to be in the big like clown suit, and every once in a while like stalk past the doorway.
Armor?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I just want to like
Oh, that's gonna be great.
just kind of go past the doorway, just non-casually. Just
Do you have a
freaking
red
looking.
balloon?
I do have balloons.
Okay, got it.
I'll
How long? Go.
Isaac will have the butler suit on, but still have 2 pistols at his side that are very obvious.
Got it.
How long would it take them to board?
A few minutes. They
How
seem
long
to
would it
fly.
take to hide booze?
Where are you hiding them?
It would take more time to run to the kitchen than to hide them, given the size of the ship, but doable.
Okay. Let's hide it with the golden orb and just lock the door.
You hide the booze with the golden orb.
We are talking about important inventory, Squeak.
Oh shit, man.
Oh, if they find one, man, they're finding the mother load.
The freaking the world-ending item
And the
next
golden
to
orb.
the booze.
Right, I know.
Shit.
All right.
So Anna will probably be coming in late then.
Got it. So we'll say, so as far as NPCs are concerned, Indigo would be there, Heart would be there,
Ryle
who
would
of
be
the
there.
PCs? Where's Ryle gonna be there?
He's in the cargo hold.
Yeah, that's true. Ryle's gonna be there. Lucas will be there in the shadows. What about the other PCs?
I'll be there.
Okay, right, with the 2 pistols, Anna and Kid.
Anna will be coming in late, wearing her
Got it.
armor jacket and the boots.
I already
Got
told
it.
you, Kid's gonna be right front and center.
Right, got it. Okay. So, the cargo bay door opens. So there's a connection, and up the gangplank, half struts, like, so their walk is that of strutting, but their eyes and heads are constantly turning, like, nervously. You see a procession. In the lead, a blue-skinned alien. Whoever has galactic galore, please roll for me. No penalties.
That's you, kid.
No.
No.
No, I got it.
All right,
Okay.
Lucas, you've seen them before. They're called Meeboos. They are blue-skinned aliens that have a short. They're covered in short blue fur, and they have very large puppy dog type eyes. They're always kind of wet and glossy, and they always look like their face seems to be locked in a perpetual puppy dog look. They're fairly lanky. They look kind of like they have the body type of a Rodian. You guys know Rodians from Star Wars? Like
No.
Greedo. Here, I'll show you.
You're
Yeah.
assuming I've watched more Star Wars movies than Rogue One.
Hang on, I'll show you.
Oh, Star Wars. I thought, like, Star Trek. Never mind.
So, sure, like this kind of body build, not necessarily exactly this face, but here, I'll throw it in there. They
okay,
have
then.
large puppy dog eyes. Their face is not like that, and they are covered in a soft blue fur. But the general overwhelming sense that you get when you see one is it's cute.
Perfect.
Behind it comes a human girl with short, buzzed brown hair and goggles on top of her forehead. And 2 wolfen, a large wolfen, not as large as the one Lucas took down, but a large wolfen that looks kind of like a husky. Has if you were to equate it to a breed of dog, it would be a husky. And a smaller female wolfen that shares the same coat pattern and looks very similar. And they walk up the plank. They're all carrying what look to be weapons of some kind, either guns or melee weapons. However, they look very poor quality. They themselves, they're not wearing any body armor. They have some pieces of armor here and there that look like it might be mega damage, like a shoulder pauldron, or one of them has like a piece of leg armor. They look fairly dirty and fairly malnourished. And the one in front, the Mibu, comes in front of you, stands in front of you, plants its feet down, puts its hands on its hips, and you guess is attempting to be intimidating.
How
Really,
tall is this thing?
oh, probably about 4 feet.
It's the same height as kid.
Uh-huh. With the big, soft eyes, it's really hard to look intimidating. It goes, "I'm Slash, the leader of the Mangled Bits and Mayhem."
Kid
Oh,
snorts.
hi Slash. Welcome to our ship. As you can see, its size is deceptive.
He holds up a hand. "I'm not finished."
Okay.
And then he points to the girl with the buzzed brown hair, and she puts her chin up and she goes, "I'm Sunder, the pilot of the ship." And the big wolfen goes, "No, I'm Sunder." And then she like squares off with the big wolfen, who's like 2 feet taller than her, and looks up at him and like says, "No, you were Sunder last time. I'm Sunder now. Don't do this in front of them. I'm Sunder." And the big wolfen then looks and kind of huffs and crosses his arms, says, "I'm Sunder, the yeoman." And then the smaller female wolfen steps up next to the bigger wolfen and says, "And I'm Buffin Na." Buffin, not your real name. Oh, right. I'm Third Degree Burn. And I'm the loot master.
Okay.
And you see the captain turn and go, "Third Degree Burn? You said something that sounded fearsome. I'm fearsome." And she looks incredibly proud. And then the Slash turns back and goes, "Oh, she's Third Degree Burn. Now, your food, your guns, and your books."
We already told you we don't have books.
Yeah, we don't have books, and I mean, you're welcome to try and take my guns. And he's gonna pat them. But what we do have is some food waiting for you. If you'll follow me, and he'll turn around and start walking away.
The small wolf, "Slash, maybe we can eat first?" "Fine. I will allow you to feed us first, and then your guns."
Okay.
Kid's gonna step to the side and kind of gesture towards Isaac.
Oh, right.
By the way, Isaac, you turn, like when you turn, you see Hart as she's staring at the Mibu, and she's got like the look in her face.
Oh no.
That's how we stop them.
Yep. While Isaac is walking towards the back of the cargo hold, he'll point over to Rael and said, "Like I said, mind the gummy dragon. He doesn't bite hard."
With that, Ryle like comes up straight to them and goes, Hi, I'm Ryle. Hardly ever meet anyone new. Wow, you're really big eyes. My gosh, do you have to like blink a lot?" Like Ryle starts blinking, and like every single one of them are just staring at Ryle with their mouths open. And like Slash goes, "Oh, what is that?"
It's a gummy worm. Clear out your ears. And Kid's gonna make the gesture again, just like move along.
Okay. Well, don't let it eat any of us, or you'll be in trouble.
That's
And Ryle
fine.
gets like this disgusted look and says, "Eat you? That's absurd. I eat this." And he looks up and fish start raining down on everyone. And all four of them just take defensive stances and look up and start seeing as they get hit in the face with fish. And they just start looking around really confused.
Oh, right, I forgot about that. If you guys want some fish, go ahead and grab some. Our cook can cook some up for you.
You see that Third Degree Burn is already trying to nap them out of the air with her muzzle.
Picks up a fish and bites off the head. Really trying to be intimidating. I can see that.
Can this be the moment where Anna just walks in, I guess, along the planks up above?
Sure.
She's just completely out of breath, oh, hi, how are you guys?
She comes in, takes one look at them, and then has to back off a bit to try and stop her laughing.
Yeah, so here's what you see. Here's what you see when you come in: fish raining down on a very cute, blue-furred, puppy-eyed, 4-foot-tall alien. A large wolfin, but again, it looks like a husky. What is less threatening than a husky? So a large
Golden
husky,
retriever.
a smaller husky trying to nip fish out of the air, and a human girl just staring around in amazement.
Oh yeah, she's gonna come in and then just have to back out real quick to try and control her expressions before walking out, still smirking and just leaning against the pole, against the railing, looking down at them.
Has to do a couple about faces just to collect herself.
It's like that when your laughing starts to slow down, then picks up again.
So, they let you direct them to the place where the food is. I guess the mess hall.
Uh-huh.
Where Lucas, real quick, I'm gonna have you roll something. But would Asu have made anything, or would he already have food made? How is this working?
It depends on if it's the usual feeding time, but if anyone gave him a heads up, he would probably start cooking.
I mean, Anna kind of ran into the kitchen to save the booze, so she would have had time, but...
Yeah, I guess she could have made well, I think she did say what was going on over the radio, so there's a chance
That's
Asu
true.
could
Yeah,
have
so Asu did hear that you were having guests over for.
Oh yeah, no,
barbecue
Asu
slash
would
tea
start
party.
cooking, because he's all about that.
Yes!
All right, Lucas.
Yeah.
I would like you to roll me a prowl check. However, I want you to make it easier by 15 because you're not trying to remain unseen. You're trying to be seen a little, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so make it a little easier by 15. And remember the penalty of your armor, too.
Yep. Let me just... let's see. 15. Yeah, I make that.
Okay, so I will let you choose at what time. So basically, here, let me go back to the ship so you guys have an idea. They're going to be walking from the hangar bay or the cargo bay to the mess hall. What would you like to do? You can kind of choose when and how they see you.
So where are they?
Like they're
So
in the cargo
here?
bay. They're heading towards the mess hall. So they'd go up the ladders, back down, and to the mess hall.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. You probably would want to. Let's see. You probably want to be around here. So,
Oh, down that long ass corridor. So when they go over here, they see Lucas just standing there.
well, I think he would. Where would he be? He would probably. Yeah, no, he would probably be just off to the side, just walking around the corner.
So they catch
Holding
a
a,
glimpse
like-
of him.
Holding a no, he'd probably facing them and walking backwards. going to
Jesus Christ.
having in one hand a stringed inflated balloon animal, and also like in the other hand like a creepy ventriloquist dummy.
Oh my god.
So as the party is led down, I'd say the party is being brought up. The rear is being brought up by third degree burn, the young female wolfman, and she happens to look over. Like everyone else has kind of already passed, but she happens to look over and see Lucas, and you just hear this, and like all you guys see is like she, like suddenly dashes into the bigger wolfman, and she's like, Brother, I saw. What are you talking about? There's something here. And Slash looks around and goes, What did she see? Are you trying to trick us?
I suppose she would have to tell you what she saw, considering she's the one that saw it.
It was a man, a big man, wearing makeup, but it was sad, and he had some sort of animal made from rubber, and I think like a really small, creepy human.
Oh, that's Lucas. No, that's fine.
She looks terrified. Like her eyes are wide. She's whining. She's like put herself underneath who now she's called her brother's arm.
So, food?
Who? And this is the bigger wolfman says, "Who's this Lucas?"
He's one of the crew.
Well, if he tries to hurt third degree burn, I will rip his throat out.
Kid's gonna scoff.
I mean, I would at least hurt him badly.
Well, then you're cleaning up the blood.
Yeah.
And he
So
kinda
anyways,
looks around.
food.
Yeah, like he looks around like he's expecting intimidation. He's not seeing it at all.
Like that we are intimidated, or that we're intimidating?
He's looking at each of you as if he's expecting you to be intimidated.
Oh
and
no.
Not getting the expected response.
Nope.
And just kind of looking.
Not even humoring him.
Yeah.
No. Kid looks thoroughly unimpressed. Is
All right,
Lucas
so-
peeking around the other corner?
Give me a second.
Alright.
Come on. There you go.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Giant circus.
no!
Oh
Just
no.
rolls down to this way.
Kid just groans as he rolls by, like, ugh.
So at this point, the three of the people, the guests on your ship, are thinking about food and are looking towards the mess hall. A third degree burn is looking everywhere, crazily, still frightened, and she happens to see a sad big clown roll past on a giant circus ball, and you just hear like, have you guys ever? I'm sure you have, but when a dog gets really frightened, they start this high-pitched barking.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She starts that and like runs to the corner of the mess hall. And then Slash is like, "What is with you?" I saw him again. He was on a. And then they just kind of look at each other. They look out at the hall. They don't see anyone. And the big wolfman goes up to her. Look, you are embarrassing us in front of. We're supposed to be tough.
Kid walks past him and goes, "Oh no, you're doing that fine on your own."
He looks after Kid, not sure what that means. And then
Kid's gonna walk over to one of the tables and sit.
So he starts speaking in low tones. Kid, your ears can pick this up, but most of them can't.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you're just seeing things. These are our first take. We have to make a good impression. We're gonna be pirates, right? Pirates, right? You and me and them. We're gonna get their food. We're gonna make it. It'll be fine. Okay. Big girl. Good.
Oh my god. Are these guys like orphans or some shit?
I'm sorry, is this in character? Out of character?
No, this is just me. I'm just
I
speculating.
Oh.
God doesn't know. Why would he know?
God
Maybe.
feigns ignorance all the time. You have to show that on the stream. I'm sorry.
What? What is it? Hold on.
Look at that sword.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay, here's the first one. Small husky. The small tiny husky. And then here's the big one. Once it loads, there you go.
Oh man.
So, how comfortable are you with getting 4 new NPCs?
No!
Oh man.
Oh, they seem like they have a lot of upkeep. I don't know. We already have Rael as our ship's pet.
I mean, true.
But, I'm sure Heart is missing her uncle, and why not give her to Wolfen?
I don't know.
Guys, if you want to put some serious thought into this, I can get on board.
Okay, let's have this philosophical discussion after the session. How
Later?
about that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, after the
Yes.
session.
Well, we're gonna wrap up pretty soon here. Here's what I will say. No, actually, we can't. I can't just say this.
Yeah.
This has to play out.
It does.
It has to. So, what has Ace you made?
Burgers.
Why do you not sound confident?
Because our
I
horse
haven't rolled
burgers.
yet.
Okay, got it. He succeeds. Like maybe Ace you doesn't. He's like
He just
maybe,
slapdashed it, just like
yeah,
Okay,
burgers are a little
so here-
below him.
Yeah. Here's burgers I barely made aside. Fuck. Just take it. Just fucking take it.
No,
It was
it's
a
ACU.
little
I'm
last
sure,
minute.
No. It's ACU. I'm sure whatever was made with dedication and care. It's just that it's like a 4-star chef making.
Yeah, exactly.
hamburgers.
That's why I was.
I think he
Yeah,
probably
trying to
is
do that
under
impression.
the assumption that he's making food for like some sort of food fight. Like it's not really there for people. It's probably going to be there for to use. So he's probably given like care to the food, but probably has not like zested up for like a lot of taste or whatnot.
All right, but you guys put the food down, and at that point, the 4 lose all pretense and just start devouring the food like they were starving. Even a 3rd-degree burn seems to recover at the sight of food and just starts wolfing it down. Pun.
Oh.
Wolfing it down.
No pun intended.
I got it.
Don't lie to us, Squee.
Wolfing. Get
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
it hurts inside, but how do you not?
How do you know?
Anyways.
Anyway, so they are just devouring the food.
So, like the fantastic waiter they could be, a kid in the middle of all their chowing down goes, "So, pirates, huh?"
Um, Third degree looks up. Best pirates.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And you've been starving.
What? Like they all kind of stop, look at each other, and then Slash goes, "We're new. We just haven't found anyone to take food from yet until now, and I
Yeah.
think we've done pretty good for ourselves."
Considering this is your first, I would say so.
So why piracy?
And they kind of like stop and look at each other again. What do you mean?
What? Why try to rob from people when you could, like, get a job and, you know, get your own money and be able to, you know, get your own food? Live.
They're like looking at each other, except for the human girl, who's still just continuing to eat, and she, like, the mouth around her food, she just goes, "It's all we've ever known."
Okay. So you're new to this, and this is all you've ever known.
No,
Sounds like a
no.
crap life.
No, this is just the first time we've been the pirates.
Oh,
But that doesn't make us any less good at it. We're still good.
so you were just tooling around and pirates actually attacked you and stole all your food and stuff like that.
They all kind of stop eating, and then Slash goes, "Not that it matters, but we're slaves to, some pirates, but we took their stuff, we killed them and took their ship, and now we're the pirates."
You took a piece of junk.
Yeah, it's true. And you were slaves? That's gotta suck.
But that's why we killed them and took their ship, so that we're not slaves ever again.
You killed them?
Are you sure?
Of course, I'm sure. I felt his cold blood myself.
Are they still on your ship?
No, I mean, we use their bodies as a warning.
Kid's gonna
Wow.
stare at them.
Okay, quit beating around the bush and just tell us, please.
And like the Meebo, he's doing his best to look intimidating. Again, not working for this race. Finally, his ears just kind of droop, and he goes, "Fine, all right. We stole their ship when they weren't looking. We just escaped. We didn't kill them, but doesn't mean that we can't if we didn't want to. We just don't like violence, all right?
And you want to be pirates?
Want to be pirates? What else are we gonna be? That's what people do. We gotta eat."
Well, yeah, but, like, we come from a long, far away. Have you heard of Zeberon?
And the big wolf laughs. Right, Zebron. Yeah, no, sure, we've heard it. Ooh, the center of the galaxy, the shining example.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say we could, like, just maybe work something out and get you a job, but, you know, if you're gonna be that way, fine.
Wait, you're saying this place exists?
Yes.
Yes.
Why do you think... Did you not notice at all the fact that the inside of our ship is much bigger than the outside?
They like stop, start looking around the room.
Oh
Think
my
about
god,
it.
they didn't even know!
Think about it.
Hang on 1 second. At this moment, Lucas, do you want to do anything?
No, Lucas is like, he's taking off his armor and stuff like that. He's been like eavesdropping for a bit. He's done with what he's doing.
Okay. All right, so they start looking wide-eyed everywhere.
Please don't start screaming.
Yeah, please don't. Or the barking. The barking was loud.
That was really irritating, Kid says.
The third degree burn kind of looks down. She goes, "Sorry, I get nervous."
It's okay. I mean, it's understandable now that we know you were slaves.
And
But-
they're all just kind of quiet.
Zebron is an actual place. We just came from there.
Well, just being a couple of months, but
Yeah, like 4 months ago.
Look, you're not gonna like hurt us or anything, right?
there's no point.
Okay.
The only reason why we would hurt you is if you hurt one of our friends. And you haven't done so. So there's no reason to.
And like they're all just kind of looking around, except for the girl, the human girl. She's still eating.
Still,
I
God.
admire that.
And the big wolfen kind of goes, "Well, I mean, so maybe you could give us some tips, pirate to pirate."
We're not pirates.
Oh, look at him. He like points to Isaac. He's carrying guns. Who does that if you're not a pirate?
Mercenaries.
What's
Mafia.
A mercenary? What's a mafia?
Oh, honey.
Mercenaries are guns for hire. And in fact, I'm not a mercenary. I used to be a sheriff.
So, wait, what's a sheriff?
A guy
It's
who
like talking to Rael.
Yeah, a guy who hunts down bad guys that have broken the law and puts them in a place where they can get better.
And like when you say that, there's a pause, and then third degree burn goes, "Wait, hunts down bad guys. That's us. They're gonna hunt us down."
Oh my god, you're not bad. You're barely irritating.
And like, so when you say that, the Meebo and the two Wolfen look kind of down. The girl who's just kept eating, she goes, "Oh, that's a good start." Huh?"
Well, honestly, you guys haven't done anything bad yet. But if you were to keep trying to be pirates, you could either end up dead or have somebody like me try to hunt you down.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't care. Just eat.
Like, and at that order, like the two Wolfen start eating, and Slash says, "Look, my name's Valrod Gend, and we all come from different places, I guess, but all our parents were killed, and all we remember is being slaves and pirates.
I
We don't
fucking
know
called it.
How to... This is what we do. This is what you do. You're a slave or you're a pirate."
Well, you're not very good at this.
Well, I don't care how good of slaves we make. We're done with that. So this is all we've got.
It's not. I'm not either, and look at me.
I'd have to
Okay.
talk to the rest of the the crew, but we could probably help you out. At the very least, give you some food.
Get rid of that junker.
Yeah. But if we're able to help you out, we could possibly get you to Zebron, and we have connections. Whether or not you want to be obeying the law or not, as he'll glance over to Anna. And we can figure things out from there. But for now, make sure you get your strength back.
I don't get it.
It's help.
Yeah. We help people. That's what we do.
Hannah shrugs.
They, all of them, even the human girl, they have this look of like they're not understanding that concept.
Kid with a very serious look on their face says, "There are no slaves here."
It's true.
Okay. Sorry, as far back as I can remember, there were slaves and there were pirates. I don't know what else there is except prey, and obviously, if you're prey, we probably wouldn't last very long.
No, he wouldn't.
No.
Really, you got lucky.
Yeah.
Very.
I mean, you could have encountered some horrible people out here trying to do that whole pirate shtick. I could tell from
At
the
that
second
point, when you hear when Lucas says horrible people, Lucas like pops out the clown helmet over like across the doorway.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ, Lucas.
So, Third Degree Burn sees basically the head of the sad clown come off.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's kind of like a head like peeking around the doorway, basically.
Oh. She like stands up, knocks the table over with all the food, pointing.
With that, Lucas like steps out from around the corner and like shows him in his usual garb holding the helmet.
Oh, thank God he killed it.
No, that's his body armor.
Don't ruin the illusion.
I mean, he totally killed it. Yeah, Lucas, totally. Man, and he's gonna get up and start wiping off the burger pieces that was all over his fancy suit.
All right. With that, it's time to end the session. I think that you guys can spend the next week. Here's what we'll do. You can spend the next week figuring out what you want to do here. There's a lot of options, of course, available to you. So you guys can kind of discuss it. Then at the start of next week, we will discuss what your plans are for these glorious pirates. And we will also then move on to your objective. I will explain what happened during the rest of the time skip. Of course, I can't explain until we know exactly what's going on here. But also, all of you keep in mind that I plan on giving you your XP next session, which is fun. And you, over the course of the next, of the whole 6 months, each of you, with the exception of Isaac, who's getting, I've already talked to him about what he's getting, can choose 3 skills from that list I gave you to start to learn at first level, or to improve one of your own skills by 5%. As representative of what you did during your idle time during the 6-month trip. And next session, we will finally get to the Cyber Collective.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget that due to this past Sunday being Canadian Thanksgiving, we had to skip Rifts. And because of that, we are having Rifts on Friday as well as this coming Sunday. So a double episode of Rifts this week. So we will see you then, along with 3 Galaxies next week, Wednesday, as usual.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.